Hey guys, George here. I just want to take you through the animation process for this short clip from episode 1. Yeah, it's on its way. Progress is slow, as I only have evenings during the week to work on this. What you're seeing right now is the final shot. I wanted the Eds to be silhouetted in the junkyard. I like this idea of hinting at what they look like, using their very distinctive silhouettes, so the audience instantly knows who they are. First, this shot started off as a rough storyboard thumbnail. As you can see, it's very rough, and just a basic outline of how I wanted the shot to look. This then gets upscaled and transformed into a fully fledged background. I'll do a separate video on how a background gets drawn up at a later date. As you can see, the Eds are already in this background. I use this as a point of reference when animating. Next, I create a very rough pass of the basic shapes of the Eds in Toon Boom Harmony. These are just the basic blocks, what shapes the Eds comprise of. I map out the key poses and the timing of these poses. Next up, I create timing charts to show how many in-between poses are needed between each key pose. In traditional animation, something called an X sheet is used. I've used this in some shots in Peach Creek, however it isn't something that I feel is compulsory. Next, I rough out each in-between frame and sketch these out. I start with what's called a breakdown pose, which is usually about halfway between each key pose, and then, where needed, I add in the other in-betweens. What happens next is a rough pass. You can see a bit more detail for each character showing. These are again drawn in the exact same way. Key poses, breakdown poses, in-betweens. These are then gone over once more in a larger cleanup. And again, the same process applies. Key poses, breakdowns, rough poses. Next up is the color. This is done beneath the line art and is drawn out by hand. This, again, has to be done for each pose. Thankfully, I don't need to do it for every frame. And finally, highlights. Usually in Peach Creek, I would only do shadows, but for this specific shot, I wanted highlights instead, as the Eds are already in deep, dark shadow. I tend to set a rule to never use true black for anything apart from the character outlines. The original show was only inked digitally in the final season, and all other episodes were drawn and inked via traditional means, and I want to try to emulate that as best I can. Yeah, as you can see, this is a long process. But hey, hopefully the end result is worth it. I'll catch you next time.